Welcome back to the Inner Game podcast, the place where we explore the depths of life, philosophy, money, and investing. I'm your host, Vishal Khandelwal, and today we are diving deep into a profound quote that, when I came across the first time and thought about it, changed the way I look at wealth creation and wealth management. This quote comes from Peter Bernstein, one of my favorite authors when it comes to the idea of risk in investing. Now, Peter was a financial historian and had been in the investment world since the 1950s. He is the author of two wonderful books, Capital Ideas and Against the Gods, which I consider a super text that everyone wanting to understand about financial risk and its history must read. Anyways, here is the quote from Peter that I want to share with you today. So he said, and I quote, "Your wealth is like your children, the primary link between your present and the future. You should try to think about it in the same way. You want your children to have freedom, but you also want them to be good people who can take care of themselves. You don't want to blow it because you don't get a second chance. When you invest, it's not your wealth today, but it's your future that you are really managing." Quotes closed. Now, this thought from Peter beautifully equates wealth with one of the most precious things in our lives, and that is our children. It urges us to contemplate the way we handle our wealth, and I find this to be a profound perspective. Let me break down this quote into three key points and explore the depth in each of them. The first part of the quote emphasizes that wealth is the primary link between our present and our future. Think about it. Just like we nurture and guide our children to become responsible, self sufficient adults, we should do the same with our wealth. Our financial choices today determine the quality of life we will have in the future. And much like raising children, you don't get a second chance to make the right decisions. The quote also speaks of the delicate balance between freedom and responsibility. Now, we want our children to have the freedom to choose their paths, but we also want them to be responsible and virtuous. In the same way, wealth can grant us the freedom to pursue our dreams and aspirations, but it comes with the responsibility to manage it wisely. This balance between financial freedom and fiscal responsibility is an important concept we should all reflect upon. Lastly, when we invest, it is not just our current wealth that we are managing. We are essentially investing in a future. And this is where the quote takes on a deep philosophical dimension. It prompts us to think beyond the present moment, to consider the legacy we are leaving for ourselves and future generations. What kind of world do we want to create with the wealth we accumulate today? And that's a very important question that we must all seek answers for. So, how can you apply this philosophy of treating your wealth as a children to your life? I can think of three ways you can do it. The first way is by embracing a long term perspective in your financial decisions. Just like you invest time in nurturing your children for the future, invest time in understanding your finances to secure a better future for yourself. The second way is by striving to strike the right balance between enjoying the freedom your wealth provides today and fulfilling the responsibility to manage it wisely for the future. Just as you guide your children to make responsible choices in life, guide your finances for a prosperous future. And third, remember that your wealth is not just for your immediate gratification. Consider the kind of legacy you want to leave behind. Ask yourself this question: what values and principles do I want my wealth to uphold for generations to come? And then think about the answer. All in all, I believe Peter Bernstein's wisdom reminds us that wealth is more than just money and assets. It's a reflection of our values, our hopes, and our dreams for the future. So let's approach our financial journey with the same care, same love, and philosophical depth we apply to raising our children. As I wrap up this conversation for today, let me distill it down to one big takeaway for you, and it is this: wealth, much like our children, is a bridge connecting our present to our future. The way we nurture it, the balance we strike between freedom and responsibility, and the legacy we intend to build with it, they all shape not just our financial well being, but the world we leave behind. So embrace this philosophy of wise wealth management and let it guide you on a path to a more prosperous and purposeful future. If you found this conversation enlightening, please share it with your friends and please subscribe for more thought provoking content. Thanks for joining me today. And until next time, remember, your future is in your own hands. So please take good care of it. Happy living and happy investing.